This community and commentary are two of the best things I've ever seen. So, what is up, guys? MCool40 here, and I wanted to talk about this constant need for this community to have what we quote-unquote call the perfect commentary. Now, if you look at any live stream that Konami Europe has ever done, the TCG loves it. And then on the flip side of the equation, you have the American stream where everybody seems to dislike it. Now, I understand a few things here. Konami Europe tends to be a little bit more loose on things, and I'm not gonna say like it seems like they enjoy it more, but it's, I want to say the American stream's a little bit more robotic. I think is the appropriate term for it. Like, the information we get is regurgitated. It doesn't seem as thrilling. And meanwhile, on the Konami Europe stream, they're a little bit more lively. You can definitely tell that the European community is a lot more, go with close-netted. No, that's not the appropriate term. The European community is a lot more well-versed with each other. It's one of the cool things I love about watching the European stream, though, is when you get into it, they'll go through the track records, they'll follow the players, they'll talk about how players are doing at these events, which is not something we really get on the American stream, which is fine because of Europe with the LLDS series. It's a little bit different because they can actually track these things. And I want to say Europe kind of rewards their better players for this. Now, on the American stream, just like, oh yeah, like, insert X good name here, and like that's it. But like, you don't really get like that level of innovation that you would get from kind of the European stream, and just that overall like sense of like belonging in the community. I'm not gonna say like Konami America seems like they hate their player base, because it's definitely not the truth. We definitely had a lot of excitement come out of like the Grand Manju match that was on stream during the California YCS earlier last year. And then, you know, like, the American stream has its upbeat moments, and, you know, same thing with Europe, but most players just tend to enjoy the European style of the stream just because, like, general following of the players, yada yada yada, like, just the general sense of belonging. Now, when it comes to like the overall commentary experience, I've tended to notice that like European players, they seem like they have it a little bit looser, where they can acknowledge and go into other aspects of the game and like previous things. And so much, I don't know if I noticed this as much on the American stream, but like you won't hear like a lot of past references to older formats and things like that. I'm gonna say it's like Konami America wants you to like forget about the past and move forward, but you definitely tend to hear a lot more references to the current metagame and not so much the past experiences as you would with like the European stream. So just a little subtle difference there. Now, if you've noticed with the streams, they've always been predominantly people that revolve around the community. They don't tend to freelance these things out, which, if you're a terrible commentator in the first place, like, the stream's going to be dry. That's all there is to it. Which brings me to my main point of this video. This community is constantly seeking what I'm going to call like the perfect commentary. And this also kind of ties into YouTubers as well. Like, I don't see a lot of YouTubers doing actual decent commentary. Like, when you look at a match and you analyze it, there's not a lot of people out there that will try to analyze the other plays that those players could have made. And it's really weird, because you would think that you would try to follow the line of thinking that player had, presenting multiple options, multiple skill traits present to him, while the other scenario might not have been the best case scenario. He could have made that play. Now, it's a difference between talking about an extremely god-ass awful play, or, you know, like, what possible scenarios that X player might have to deal with or be playing into. And it's just kind of something we really don't get, and it's a little bit annoying. I would love to just ask some of these commentators, hey, like, can you follow the train of thought? And I'm not going to say it's like, man, maybe these players aren't well versed in what the decks can do to make these calls, but definitely, we should be getting to the point now to where, like, these players should be semi-competent in the game that they're commentating, or at least trying to. Or, you know, like, not so much, like, reach out to other people, but, like, I would love to see other people, I guess we'll use the term get good at this game, to be able to make these calls or bring up these points, these analytical skills, because there's a void in this community, and, you know, like, it's not going to be filled by, you know, stealing things. You know, you guys know your Family Guy references. The one with Lois where she's always just like, I gotta fill this hole in. Yeah, you get the reference. So, just something I wanted to point out. It seems really weird. Because, like, this community loves talking about these things, and they, like, love being up their own ass. But, like, you should be up your own ass with your judgment skills. It's just, it seems really, really out of place. I never really understood that. This community... I love Yugioh. Some fucking days. What are we getting today? Food. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Life is like a hurricane. You never know what you're gonna get at really the end.
Go ahead, be ready.
Alright, can I get a number 4, please? Medium-sized Coke, no ice. Add onion on it. And
Yeah, Robbie.
Yeah, chili cheese fries. And that'll be it.
You want chili cheese fries or regular?
Or chili cheese fries, please.
What?
Yeah, chili cheese fries instead of the regular fries. My bad.
It's pretty sad that I didn't know your order.
And that's it.
Yeah, 1026.
Alright. Bhutan. This community always has this constant need and, like, insatiable hunger to want to get better, which is kind of ironic because it's only a short portion of this community that, like, constantly wants to continuously play and get better. Or, like, they're the ones that are sitting here whining and like, oh my god, I got fucking sacked. Why? Like, seek out advice as to why you lost. I think maybe if people would explain a little bit more of, like, the reasonings and their lines of play, like, this community would get a little bit better. And that would be something that I would love to see be improved with stream quality. Just overall execution and analyticals of plays would go a long way in this community. Now, I know that's a lot to ask for, because, let's be real, not everybody knows how to play this game, and that's understandable, you know. It takes a certain set of skills to just waste all of your life and practice, you know, 20 hours out of your 24-hour day, 7 days a week, you know, to truly be a master at Yu-Gi-Oh! So keep in mind, you know, that's what you're getting yourself into when it comes to this game. Is just like, Jesus Christ, like, you're going to be slaving away so much of your life for that, and I don't think it's worth it. A couple hours a day is a little bit too much for certain people, but sometimes just asking yourself a simple question: why am I doing this in this scenario? You know, don't get preconditioned into thinking that the one, like, play in the combo you make every game is the same play that you make when your opponent's got 5 back row, because I will assure you that that's probably not the case. You know, plays will deviate, different scenarios will come up depending on, or if, you know, like, you got to play around a hand trap. These are all things that, like, you should understand, but sometimes you don't think about them, or even you're not educated about these things, which I would love to just... Commentary is something that could improve on this so easily if people are willing to take time out of their day to listen to the people and, well, you know, try to learn. So, something that articles tried to do back in the day was teach you things, and I'm one of those people that I can't really... This is why I went to this form of media here, was because, unfortunately, like, it comes down to the scenario, like, sometimes I can't regurgitate or tell you why I'm making the play that I'm making, other than, well, you know, my gut feeling is telling me to go with it. And that's not a valid rhyme or reason, unfortunately, for some of these things, which really sucks. And I feel bad, because sometimes we just can't explain these things. But if your gut tells you to do one thing and you're a true duelist, well, sometimes you'll listen to it. Other times it's like, well, you know, like, I've been fucked over so many times by Monster Reborn in like the previous games. Like, my opponent's gonna top deck that shit. And I will tell you, I have some salty stories about Monster Reborn and fucking Miracle Fusion. If you've like ever watched anything ever that I ramble on, fucking Miracle Fusion can fuck off. That card shows up out of left field and has ruined so many of my days that it's just so bad. I just top decks are so real in Yu-Gi-Oh! That's all I got though. Like, ugh. I don't know. People seeking to get better at this game, there are things that Konami can do to help improve you. There are things that you can do. To any Yu-Gi tuber out there watching this, try to do real commentary. No to Robbie. Robbie is trying to do commentary. I don't know if it's the level in which I think I should be doing it. I'm subtly trying to figure that out. We'll give it time. And that's all I got for today. So remember, seek out knowledge. Seek out how to get better at this game. I mean, unless you got a better waste of time, which you might. You never know. But to each their own. Alright guys, I'm out.